Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's March 5th, and I'm potting up some cabbage plants. And I just wanted to show the process I use. Now, when I use these trays like this, and I believe this here is a this is a 244 tray. So it doesn't have much room in it. I believe that's right, but could be a 208 maybe. But anyway, these plants tend to get a little leggy in here. Anytime you grow a seed, and especially if it's in where it's warm and it has a lot of moisture, well, it tends, and if it's good and fertile, it tends to want to stretch out real quick, especially when the light is not that bright like summertime. It's kind of better in the cool weather to grow them. But anyway, let's get into this. What I'm doing is I'm potting these up, and you can see here once I pot them up, and I do this a certain way. What I'll do is first I'll take, and I use my little hose contraption. If you want to see how this is made, you can go back to one of my earlier, I think, potting up tomato things. But I like this because it puts out a small amount of water. But what I do is water these down real good, because when I take these out, and I have some over here that I've taken out, I want to be able to separate the roots without doing any damage to it. And I'll just kind of tease the roots, and then I'll shake the dirt off, and then I've got a nice root here. And what I do is I just put it over here, and I put this down in there like that. But what I want to show is the main thing I'm wanting to show you is, and a lot of people they think that their plants are tender little China babies or something, that they won't take any kind of abuse to it. And granted, you might damage one, but normally, now I don't grab the stem up high, I grab it close to the roots, so whenever I'm doing this, but I do shake kind of vigorously when I'm getting that off the roots. And I always make my hole first so I can push it down and not put a whole lot of pressure on the roots. Now, you might possibly damage a few roots, but we're not so much concerned with those few. Now, what I'm going to do, get my water here. The most important step whenever you do plant these in here is watering them in. And I'm going to water a few of these, and you can actually watch when it gets really wet. You can watch the plant actually move on these. A lot of times it's settle in, because what's happening is you're settling that dirt around those roots, and you want to be able to have all that air out of that area. So, and you can't overwater them, because the extra water is going to drain out. Right now I've got them in a pan that won't drain out all over the place, but whenever I get finished with these, I'll actually put them in another tray that has holes, so whenever I water them, any extra water will run out of them. But always be aware. Now, I like to water these, and I like to let them get dry, and normally I just check the weight of the tray and kind of get an idea. But if you don't pay close attention and it gets overly dry, what you need to do is get you a pan that doesn't have holes and water them and let it soak water from the bottom. Normally I'll put about a half gallon of water or liquid fertilizer water, and let it pull it up to it. And if it doesn't seem to come to the top, after 30 minutes or an hour, then I'll take and go ahead and water the top too, because what happens is your dirt gets hydrophobic. And what that is just like it says, hydro, water, phobic is not that it doesn't take it in. So you want to make sure if it does get hydrophobic to catch it quick and get it started back, because if it gets extremely hydrophobic, unless you have something to break the surface tension, and you could use just a little bit of soap in there, that would break the surface tension and it would start letting it soak up water again. But personally, I don't want to get to that point and possibly have too much soap and it damage my plants. But I hope this is helpful when you're potting up. I hope you can understand this makes for healthier plants. These will do real good. I'll move them out to the greenhouse. If you want to see more of my videos, just hit that subscribe button. Take and hit that bell so you'll be notified. Give it a big thumbs up. That helps my channel, and share it. That really helps my channel. Happy gardening.